Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes Reacts. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
No, I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively, we've got a mosquito in the room.
That's what Formula 1 sounds like now anyway.
Yeah.
Shite now.
We are the Office Blokes. We have a TikTok. Head over to TikTok, type in the Office Blokes. Just give us a follow. We're trying to grow it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be TikTok stars one day.
Watch
aren't we?
Mike on the YMCA.
Yeah, watch Mike come to Mike's bar for a drink.
Your bar's relocating.
So I believe, yeah. Watch this space.
Yeah, fair enough. Right, the 30 weirdest motorsports moments ever. What do you think what qualifies as weird?
I think one of the weirdest ones will be on here is when Nigel Mansell picked up Ayrton Senna on the side of his car and drove him home. Not home to his house, back to the pits.
Did you?
Yeah. Yep.
I didn't know that happened.
Yeah.
I think
You won't get away with it these days, I don't think.
No, I
would you?
can't remember what circuit it was on.
No,
Is it Monaco?
I don't think it's Monaco. I don't think it's Monaco. I'm not sure. Could be a Miller.
There'd be some clipboard wanker or something to say about that, wouldn't there? Anyway, 30 weirdest motorsport moments ever.
What are you looking at me for?
Let's get into it.
Clipboard wanker, he mentioned your name.
Every race has that best moment that everyone searches for on YouTube. Like the time Hamilton crossed the finish line on 3 wheels, or when this Mercedes flew into history. We've compiled for you 30 of the most incredible moments in the history of motorsports. But first, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, and you'll have as many years of good luck as there are Fast and Furious movies. During the 2013 British Grand Prix, there was a real drama with tires. 5 different drivers had a rear wheel blow up. The first was the race leader, Lewis Hamilton. His tire ruptured at 193 kilometers per hour, and he had to drive almost an entire lap to get to the pit stop. Felipe Massa's tire exploded next, which sent him off the track. This could have been considered a coincidence, until Jean-Eric Vergne's tire exploded at a speed of 300 kilometers per hour.
Tell you what,
After him, Sergio
controller
Perez
of the cars
lost the wheel, and so did...
Is this when they changed to Pirelli?
I'm not sure if this is the actual year, but it was definitely something to do. Well, obviously it was something to do with the tyres, but there was a definite flaw in them because there was loads just in one race.
I'm pretty sure it was the same year they changed to Pirelli.
Yeah, it may have been.
Yes. Another driver. I bet the F1 tire suppliers love watching a race like this. Now this is what I call overtaking. Simon Hodges' Formula Ford leaps into the air and flies over his opponent. You know who's cooler than Vin Diesel in Fast and Furious? Cruz Pedregon, whose funny car rose up on its rear wheels at 350 kilometers per hour, forcing him to drive in a wheel stand through the finish line. It's as if a transformer forgot that he had a human
That's
driver.
insane, isn't it? That sort of
crazy.
speed.
Oliver Söderström cut off Robin Brezina and they both flew into the gravel. But then they continued the race against each other on foot. The furious Brezina immediately ran to Söderström, who was stuck and barely had time to get out of the car to avoid getting hit in the face.
In front of that many people, you can't run off like that.
I know, yeah.
Can you?
No, you're wearing a helmet, so your head's protected anyway. You might as well just go in and just
take
see
the
what
consequences and stick up for yourself. So, God, what's wrong with him? How embarrassing.
I know, it's bad, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
it's
really bad. Imagine like he gets home to his wife and she's there just ripping him.
Or he gets home to his wife and the other guy sat at the table.
I know, yeah. She's my wife now.
Eating his dinner. Hello.
Here's what the fastest pit stop in the world looks like. And this is what the longest pit stop in the world from McLaren looks like. McLaren dropped the car during this.
Oh, dearie me.
This driver clearly had a falling out with his motorcycle before the race because it threw him off, did a sideways flip, and drove to the finish line on its own.
Does that count?
The Monaco Grand Prix safety crews must have turned gray in the hair when they dropped a historic F1 car from a crane in the middle of the race. The marshals barely had time to raise the red flag to stop the other cars. This is a McLaren M23 worth more than $2.1 million. Could you be a little more careful?
Why are you craning it over a live racetrack?
I know, when it's going on.
Mid-race?
Absolutely crazy.
No. What happens is, if the car's broke down and he's on the track, you can crane it off And that's obviously what they're doing. They're picking it up off the track, craning it off. The flags that have been going, the yellow flags, to warn them. And then he's dropped. They've not put the cradle in right.
So that's been racing.
Yeah, it's not off the side. It won't be on the other side of the fence putting it across the track. It'd have been racing.
I thought maybe because they're saying it's like an iconic historic car.
That's
maybe
what I thought,
it was a showpiece or something.
It'd have been in the race.
Right,
I
I was going to say, because the other cars looked like they were actually racing. And
when a car breaks down, they crane it and cover it.
Yeah, I know it does there, doesn't it?
Bring it back to the pits.
All
of them.
Yeah.
They'll crane it and bring it back.
Fair enough.
For Andreas Mikkelsen, the 2017 World Rally Championship started with the sudden opening of his car's hood.
Normal in Florida.
He decided to continue the race blind because he had already lost 26 seconds. Mikkelsen drove the whole track like that and even managed to do the most savage drift I've ever seen.
There is a gap underneath in there, you can see.
Michael Schumacher was leading in the 1998 Belgian Grand Prix until David Coulthard braked right in front of him. Schumacher's front wheel fell off in the collision, but he didn't stop racing.
That's Schumacher.
Instead, he drove into the boxes without slowing down on the remaining 3 wheels. I think he was powering that car with pure anger. Immediately after stopping, he burst into Coulthard's garage and attacked David, accusing him of an attempt on his life. They could barely be split up. This tow truck driver had one job, and he failed.
Come off it.
An F1 car slipped off a forklift while being transported and hit the protective wall. The car had more damage from this collision than from a crash during a race.
What are they thinking of?
Here's the lesson of the day. Fix your helmet before you start going 322 kilometers per hour. Look at how he throws his hands up and blames the other guy immediately. Lewis Hamilton felt like Schumacher for a moment when his tire burst on the final lap at Silverstone. But he continued to drive to the finish line and didn't even notice that he had won on virtually 3
I think he probably did notice.
You'd like to think so, wouldn't you?
4 wheels in all.
Hamilton, who takes the race, Max Verstappen.
William Olatalo was just driving into the pits when Aaron D. Camberti suddenly realized that he really missed him. Camberti drove right on his roof.
Just got a bit frisky, that's all.
Just a bit.
That way until Olatalo braked. If you also like to jump on your friend's back when you see them, write in the comments.
Wow.
You've never seen a Guinness record like this before. Eric Almirola clocked up to 225 kilometers per hour, and then the Pro Bowler hit a strike right on the racetrack. I'm not joking either, because during the 1999 24 Hours of Le Mans, a Mercedes-Benz CLR flew in at 300 kilometers per hour.
The Mercedes has taken off.
After 4 backflips, Peter Dumbreck's Mercedes landed in the trees.
Wouldn't mind knowing if he was alright.
I hope he was alright, yeah.
That was pretty horrific,
There's
wasn't
more
it?
left than right.
Terrible, that.
David Hauser may have finished 3rd in the European Hill Climb Championship, but he didn't leave alone. He just so happened to notice this beautiful woman by the road and offered to give her a ride. And it worked.
There's only one seat there, it's on his face. It's a
It's a bit like what was it? That's what I was talking about. Mansell, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Same sort of thing.
Yeah.
Could sit on the helmet.
So it's true that everyone with a nice car could
My visor's fogging up.
right?
All right.
Red Cadina's turbo drag bike was so
You gotta be mental to do that.
Flight right off the starting line. These 2 Minardi Fords were already near the finish line when Pierluigi Martini decided to take out his opponent like in Mario Kart. Fittipaldi's car flew into the air, did a near perfect backflip, and kept driving on 3 wheels to
Teammates as well.
What the hell, yeah.
Watch as Marcus Palmer spins his Audi R8 a full 360 degrees.
Oh, and as he does that, he blows it.
Brilliant.
Slides out.
That's like NASCAR's greatest saves, isn't it? that we did, isn't it?
This is how he solved the problem.
Wow.
And this guy has clearly played too much Red Dead Redemption 2. JD Beach's body was flying over the bike, so he simply side-saddled his Yamaha and got back in the race. This Marshal grabbed the crane hook to pick up a car, but the car picked him up instead.
Right. Frank, stop fucking about.
Bathurst's 12-hour race had to be stopped because a tree had fallen on the road. This driver had to wait until the tree was removed, and everyone else had to get in line. What's next? Stopping the race for a random old lady crossing the road? During the 2018 Dakar, Alejandro Jacopini's Toyota realized that she just couldn't do it anymore. Just leave me here. I give up. This guy got on the racetrack, and now he's regretting it because there's a driver coming right at him at breakneck speed. The guy got lucky and escaped with only a broken side mirror.
Needs a broken nose as well, though, doesn't
Hey,
he?
what are you
What was
thinking
he doing
of?
there? It's like when I see pedestrians running across right cycle races and stuff, and I'm thinking, what are you doing?
The person with the flag at the Tour de France that got, do you remember that went in front of him?
Oh, yeah.
Or the sign.
It was like Happy Birthday Mum or something, wasn't it? Or something stupid like that, and she called like loads and she crashed, didn't she?
There was another one, was it about 2 or 3 weeks ago? And she crossed over in the Spanish...
Not sure.
The Spanish race, I don't know what it's called. And she darted out, and the guy just hit her on the bike, and he was the leader. Yeah, but he had to go to hospital and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
That's bad.
It should be an offence, shouldn't it, really?
I think the police got involved.
Yeah.
It's a bit dodgy.
But how stupid are you?
I know, yeah.
That's probably an old person. You know, like when you get someone going the wrong way down the motorway and they're just barely looking over the steering wheel scared. Like,
It always gets me on the like the rally driving. You know, with the pedestrians.
You see a tractor or the pedestrians on the side.
You know, watching it, are so close, aren't they?
Yeah. I think they're paying attention, though. They know how close they are.
I think there's probably certain points where they're fine to watch, but you just look at some of the cars and you think, just one tiny mistake.
It's in the TT.
I mean, it has happened before, hasn't it? There's been some bad accidents, I think, but...
We need to react to the TT, really.
Not done it yet.
Yeah, have we?
It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's a 996 Porsche GT1 that flew in and did a backflip during the Petit Le Mans at Road Atlanta. Turns out we had flying cars back in 1998. Want to know what millions of dollars of damage looks like?
Oh, no! Oh!
Daniel Hunkadea crashed into a wall during the Macau Grand Prix, and Lawrence Vantour couldn't get around his Mercedes. And then another 14 cars crashed in. Imagine the audience forking out thousands of bucks to come see this race, and they get this on the very first lap.
Audience, say it with me. Legendary.
Who needs a steering wheel anyway? Thought Dale Earnhardt Jr. as he steered his car with his hand when his steering wheel fell off at a speed of 183 kilometers per hour.
What else are you going to do in that situation, though? You're going to be like, you're going to grab on, aren't you?
Close your eyes and go.
Yeah, I think you'd have to, wouldn't you?
I think that's one of them where, because of the nature of the seat, the bucket seat is in. I think they get in and then clip the steering wheel, don't they?
I think you're right.
So it's probably not uncommon to have issues with
they're
that.
well wedged in, aren't they? There, definitely.
I'd try
Put it back on.
Yeah.
Picture Hamilton meeting Buemi in a bar and saying, I can drive with 3 wheels. And Buemi responding, hold my 2 front wheels. Both wheels flew off Sebastian Buemi's Toro Rosso when he was practicing for the Chinese.
I don't like it popped off there. I like it popped. I've seen that before.
Yeah.
These games are getting really close to reality. But wait, it's 2 real $300,000 Porsches parked on top of each other during the Porsche Carrera Cup in France. During the 2017 Monte Carlo rally, Serhian Pernia's car got stuck in a ditch. And while random people are trying to get Pernia's car back on the road, he's just trying to stay on his feet.
And they're driving on that.
That's all. If you want more weird motorsport...
It's weird that was number one out of all of them, to be
Funny though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Again, there's so many people watching, and anyway, it's like on your eyes.
I know, yeah. But it just shows how the drivers, I mean, the surface that he's driving on there, they're absolutely crazy, aren't they?
You can't walk on it, but he's blasting on a rally car.
Motorsport's just mental.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like I say, I mean, they're all great drivers, but I love the rally drivers. Respect them. I mean, I just don't know how they do it.
I think we all have a bit of fun driving. We enjoy it, don't we?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
even in my car, I still try and get some enjoyment out of driving. But I did that.
One win. What he does, he takes one windscreen wiper off when it rains. That's a challenge.
Spice it up a bit.
The electrician's challenge.
I just drive with no pants on. That's why I make it more exciting.
Anyway. Focus.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.